today's chief guest, Sri Nara Lokesh Garu, Minister of IT and Human Resources, Sri Mandava Prabhakar Rao, Chairman and Managing Director, Nusvidu Seeds, Chief Guest cum Orator and recipient of Honoris Causa for 6th Convocation, Professor M.N.B. Ravi Kumar, Distinguished University Research Professor, Assistant Vice President of Interdisciplinary Research, Founding Director, the Center for Convergent Bioscience and Medicine, Interim Chair, Department of Translational Science and Medicine, the University of Albana, USA, recipient of Honoris Causa for 7th Convocation, Shri Anil Kumar Chalamala-Shetty, Founder and CEO, Grenco Group, Founder and Chairman, AM Green and ACE Urban Hyderabad, recipient of Honoris Causa for 8th Convocation, Professor Poona Ramji, Vice Chancellor, members of Executive Council, Rector, Registrar, Deans, Principals of constituent and affiliated colleges, faculty and staff, donors of endowment gold medals, my dear students, recipients of degrees and gold medals, and their proud parents, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, Andiriki Namaskaram. ఈ రోజు కృష్ణ విశ్వవిద్యాలయం స్నాతకోత్సవంలో పాల్గొనడం నాకు చాలా ఆనందంగా ఉంది. ఈ స్నాతకోత్సవంలో డిగ్రీ పట్టాలు అందుకున్న విద్యార్థులు అందరికీ నా హృదయపూర్వక అభినందనలు. As Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore said in his magnum opus Gitanjali, and I quote, please listen to me carefully, students. Where the mind is without fear, and the head is held high, when knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, unquote. May you always walk forward with fearless minds and purposeful hearts. As Chancellor of this young university, it is both an honor and privilege to stand before you and address this assembly of future professionals and future greats, future ministers, future prime ministers, who knows. As the governor of and visitor, I am witness to the evolving journey of this university. I appreciate the university administration and staff for achieving 2F, 12B and NAC B+ accreditation, and I encourage you to continue with building this beautiful campus to provide necessary infrastructure for the stakeholders. I think they really deserve a round of applause for all these achievements, particularly the Vice Chancellor and of course our Minister for Education. Just a few years ago, you walked through the portals of this university, perhaps with a mix of excitement and trepidation, eager to embark on a journey of discovery and growth. Krishna University is nestled in the historic and cultural city of Machilipatnam on the Bay of Bengal coast, and this port will soon serve as the capital port integrated with upcoming new greenfield capital city of Amaravati in view of its proximity. Mr. Nara Lokesh is here. I have been claiming everywhere, Amaravati will be the best in the country. And his responsibility has doubled now. Krishna University has changed its curriculum in accordance with the National Education Policy 2020, which promotes the extensive use of technology in teaching, learning, assessment, and administration, including blended learning models. You have navigated the complexities of your chosen disciplines, embraced new perspectives, and challenged the preconceived notions with vibrant intellectual exchange within your departments. And every moment you spent here has contributed to the individual that you are today. You have benefited from the inspiring guidance you from the professors of this university who believed in your potential, encouraged your curiosity, and pushed you to strive for excellence, extending far beyond the confines of classroom. The parents and the families were large in number here. This achievement is yours too. There is no monopoly for the students here. Your sacrifices, your endless support, your belief in dreams of your children, and your unwavering encouragement has been the bedrock of these students' success. Swarnahandra 2047 is a comprehensive vision document unveiled by the Andhra Pradesh government aiming to transform the state into a wealthy, healthy, and happy state by the centenary year of India's independence in 2047. This vision aligns with the national vision of Viksit Bharat at 2047. The main goals of this vision document are to ensure sustainable and inclusive economic growth by leveraging technology, infrastructure, and human resources, with a focus on involving citizens from local communities through dedicated action units. It aims to position Andhra Pradesh among the top 3 states in the country in GDP, investments, quality of life by 2047. Andhra Pradesh plans to become a global economic leader by utilizing its second longest coastline, resources, and skilled workforce, focusing on sectors like agriculture, innovation, renewable energy, and IT services for sustained growth. You are the future citizens who will be part of this evolving progress across sectors aligned with Bharat's centennial vision. Here, let us recall the following Sanskrit shloka from Rigveda that says, Matribhumi, Swasamskriti, Swamatribhasha, Cha Sukhadhatu Tattvat Adarayet. Meaning, one should respect his motherland, his culture, and his mother tongue because they are givers of happiness. Looking ahead, I am confident Krishna University will ascend the trajectory of sustained growth, inclusive development, and a technological renaissance that can secure Andhra Pradesh's future. I am happy to know that this university has entered several MOUs with industries and institutions and an active MOU with Bharat Electronics Limited, Machilipatnam, in electronics and communication engineering that enables students to get placement in Navaratna company. BEL's indigenously designed Akash Tir air defense system demonstrated its capabilities during what? Operation Sindoor, successfully neutralizing the enemy's drone and missile attacks. This is a key step forward under the Government of India's Make in India initiative, enhancing the country's ability to detect, track, and neutralize emerging aerial threats. As you step out of these hallowed halls of the university, you carry not just degrees, but a wealth of knowledge, critical thinking skills, problem solving abilities, and an understanding of the world around us. More importantly, you carry the ethical values instilled by the university: integrity, perseverance, community spirit, and a commitment to lifelong learning. Lifelong learning is perhaps best epitomized by Charlie Munger, who said, and I quote, listen to me carefully, cultivate curiosity and strive to become a little wiser every day. Right? I see people rise in life who are learning machines. They go to bed every night a little wiser than when they got up. Unquote. Andhra Pradesh State Council of Higher Education redesigned the curricula framework for the UG and PG degree programs in the colleges and universities by introducing 4-year UG programs with double major and minors with multiple entry and multiple exits as per NEP 2020 guidelines. The revision of the curriculum with new course in artificial intelligence and machine learning, quantum technologies, needs skilling and upskilling to bridge the gap between the classroom to the company. Another important objective of NEP 2020 is the integration and revitalization of the Indian knowledge systems that aims to restore and promote traditional knowledge alongside contemporary education. The Indian knowledge systems represent a vast and rich intellectual knowledge and tradition developed over a millennia, encompassing diverse fields such as epistemology, engineering sciences, Indian languages and literature, and the natural world. These systems provide profound insights into human understanding, nature, and the pursuit of knowledge. To name a few, Ayurveda, Yoga, Nyaya Shastra, astronomy are some of the living examples of our rich classical knowledge. However, their value has often been undermined due to the dominance of European cultural experiences in shaping contemporary knowledge systems. The world today is a dynamic and ever evolving. New challenges will emerge and new opportunities will present themselves. I have no doubt in my mind that education you have received here has equipped you to face challenges with confidence and adaptability. Whether you are pursuing further studies, embarking on a professional career, or venturing into entrepreneurship, remember the lessons learned within these walls. Krishna University should carry forward the spirit of learning, promote research and innovation, and contribute positivity to our society. I hope our students will become innovators, compassionate and happy leaders, and agents of positive change towards Viksit Bharat at 2047. Here, let us recall the wise words of our former President, Bharat Ratna, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who said, and I quote, dream, dream, and dream. Dream, dream, and dream. Dreams transform into thoughts. Dreams transform into thoughts. And thoughts result in action. So the mandate given by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is dream, 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 and dream. Dreams transform into thoughts. And thoughts result in action. Let us not forget that the privileges we enjoy also come with duties and responsibilities. A strong emphasis is needed with a focus on green energy, water conservation, afforestation, and a positive approach to nature and development. Krishna University's vision to serve the society should align with the P4 model mooted for development of the state, the public, private, people partnership. P4, the public, private, people partnership. This is the pet slogan of our Honorable Chief Minister Nara Chandrababu Naidu garu. The public, private, people partnership framework has been designed to make planning and service delivery truly inclusive. Partnership needs to be established between NGOs, academia, and technical experts who bring the best practices, capacity building, and monitoring system to the table. It is heartening to know that Krishna University has celebrated Achievers Day on May 2025 along with the students and their parents on successful 100% placement during this academic year 24-25. My suggestion to the faculty is to formulate, my suggestion to the teachers, faculty is to formulate a demand-driven approach in designing courses, keeping the emerging technologies in view for the benefit of students to ensure wider employability. A demand-driven approach. I appreciate the Vice Chancellor and his team for successfully organizing Yogendra 2025, a month-long campaign, both online and offline, by blending yoga asanas and mindfulness session for holistic health of students to build a momentum for International Yoga Day. I think we have created a world record on 21st of this month. I am happy to know that Krishna University has started a tree plantation drive with 12,000 saplings for a sustainable and green campus, positioning Yogendra 2025 as both a wellness drive and an environmental friendly public health awareness campaign. As we celebrate this milestone, let us also remember the friendships forged, the laughter shared, and the memories created here. These bonds will last a lifetime, reminding you the incredible journey you shared at this Krishna University. As you toss your caps high and embark on your journey of next chapter of your lives, I hope you will do so with optimism, enthusiasm, and deep sense of purpose. Let us continue to learn, to grow, and make your alma mater proud of your achievements, so also the Chancellor. Before concluding, let me quote the following inspirational shloka from Rig Veda. Yada manah hridayam sankalpa shaka samyak bhavati tada kimapi asambhavam na bhavati. Meaning, when the mind, heart, and resolution are all aligned and in harmony, then nothing is impossible. Actually, we were told impossible is fool's dictionary. ఈ స్నాతకోత్సవంలో డిగ్రీ పట్టాలు అందుకున్న విద్యార్థులు అందరికీ మరొక్కసారి అభినందనలు తెలుపుకుంటున్నాను. ధన్యవాదాలు. జై హింద్.